It's like you don't even have a voice if you have a kid's channel.
1, 2, 3,
Why is it YouTube's fault that your kid is going online?
Like I said, I wanted this to be a safe community, and I feel like I'm getting kicked out of my own community.
I'm pretty upset too. I'm upset for a lot of reasons, and it's okay to be upset.
So in one blow, I lose you, my family and community, and this channel, which is my passion and my life.
So things like dolls and squishies and craft kits will be child appealing. And so it's really scary to know that even though as creators we can say that whether or not we are targeting kids, the rules are still very vague to say that if it's child appealing, it might automatically be child directed.
I wish that what I was talking about right now were funny or clickbait in some way, but it's not a joke and it's not a play for views.
This is the law being revised. This is not some new copyright YouTube rule or something.
Back in September, we shared the steps we're taking to address a recent settlement with the U.S. Federal Trade Commission that will help creators comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, known as COPPA, and other applicable laws.
Pretty much all of YouTube is child attractive. I mean, I don't care what kind of content you make. Kids are gonna be watching.
Okay, so, wow, we need to talk. Okay, I literally have no idea how to start this video. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, as many of you guys probably already know at this point, YouTube got in trouble with the FTC. You get the story, and if you don't, I'll like make sure to link some videos or like leave them in the info card or whatever. But anyway, the main reason for me making this video today is a lot of you guys wanted to know where I stand. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, you've kind of had like little things here and there, so you pretty much already know this. But my content will be changing as of 2020. It has to do for a lot of reasons, honestly. I think definitely this whole thing with the FTC is really what is kind of like pushing me to go ahead and make the change that I've kind of been wanting to make for a couple years now. You know, like at the end of the day, like I love DollTube and everything, but it's not necessarily what I want to be doing anymore. With everything happening with the FTC, it's something that I can't be doing anymore. I did have every intention of finishing Legacy. At the very least, I wanted to finish season 2, and I did have like a whole kind of like spin-off movie thing planned. I had a lot planned that I just never got around to filming. At this point, I never will, mainly because it's not something that YouTube wants on their platform anymore, because it gets them in trouble. Like, you guys probably won't even see it because I'm such a small channel. If I were larger, like my Froggy stuff, or I think there's like a couple toy channels left at this point that are still gonna stick it through, like the really big ones. And if I were bigger like them, then I could justify continuing with the same kind of content and doing the same thing I was doing. But with everything happening with the FTC, like my whole channel has already been like blacklisted at this point. Like all my videos were marked for kids. If you were to search for things, they used to be able to you used to be able to find stuff because I had everything optimized to where if you searched for my content, you would find it. It's all marked for kids now. Like, you can't find most of my stuff now unless you're like already subscribed to me or you're like on my channel. You just can't find it. And it sucks because I did spend I spent a lot of time on those videos. You know, when I first started, it was something I was so passionate about, and it really did like consume my whole life. Even though like sometimes I did get embarrassed about it or people would like tease me about it and stuff, like that's so childish. At the end of the day, like it's something that I was really proud of. Otherwise I wouldn't have done it like at all. I love making movies and I love telling stories, and that was my outlet. That was my way of doing it, was through DollTube. With everything with the FTC, because they are toys, and because they are characters that appeal to children, I guess it doesn't really matter what the content is, because I mean, I would say that most of my shows were aimed for all audiences. Like, I never really targeted my video to kids. I mean, the reviews and everything, I could definitely, like, I wouldn't argue that because I'm screaming into a camera talking about a children's plaything. Like, I obviously wouldn't argue that that is a video for kids, and like those videos really kind of were for kids. But the actual like episodes and stuff, and like Legacy, Boogie Mansion, Blood on the Dance Floor, which I only ever got one part out there. All the different little like series that I had, all the little shows, like those weren't necessarily for kids. I was a kid when I first started making them, but those were kind of more like for all audiences anyway. And I talk to you guys, I talk to people who watch my videos. Most of you guys are over the age of 13. Technically, I don't see how I was like breaking any rules or any guidelines, but like I am a really small channel, so it's not worth fighting YouTube over. And then especially because the FTC themselves are supposedly gonna go through YouTube in January and look for channels who are breaking the law, and I am a broke college student. I cannot afford a lawsuit, so I am going to have to move on from DollTube. It's really hard. There are so many of my friends who are leaving YouTube, who have left YouTube, and probably will leave YouTube in January, who knows. It took a really big hit on the community, but honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, things have been dwindling down for a while anyway. Ever since Monster High kind of kicked the bucket, and then Ever After High shortly after. The whole community and everything, and a lot of the friends that I had have left, and it's just, everything's changed a lot too. I stuck it out because I did really want to finish Legacy. For me, being involved in the doll community and everything, the whole point was so I had like an audience to kind of target my mini movies to. So I don't know, it's really scary now having to change my content and everything, because I feel like I'm gonna lose a lot of that audience. Hopefully not, but who knows. I did just hit 2,000 subscribers. I was gonna do something, but being in college, it's just been hard to make videos. I definitely had a lot more time when I was in high school. Being in college and like trying to build a career and get my life together, it's like I just haven't had as much time for hobbies and stuff. And while I do really want to make this my career in the future, it just, with DollTube, it took so much of my time. It took me like 16 to 48 hours an episode. It really depended on whether or not I had the set already, if I had to build the set, or like what was happening, and the dialogue, and I mean, it became a lot. It became so much, and I didn't want to dampen the quality just to pump out more episodes, especially since I had already kind of done that because I haven't been doing stop motion. I've wanted to, and I tend to do some stop motion for certain sequences, but if I were to do like a full stop motion episode, like, it would never get done. I don't know, I just really haven't been feeling it, like with the doll community and everything. I just really haven't had the motivation to sit down and make an episode of anything. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be really disappointed that I'm not finishing Legacy, because I was planning on changing my content. Like, I've been planning on changing my content for a while now, but I really wanted to finish what I was already working on, because I always make it a point to finish what I've started. But just, I don't know, with the FTC, it's like, if I even post that content, you're not gonna see it. I'm not gonna get the compensation for my time, and I can't even communicate with you guys. That's another huge thing. Like, I love I love the comment section so much. Like, if I couldn't talk to you guys, it's like, what's the point? Monetization aside and everything, because I know that's like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a huge thing, but comments are bigger. Like, I won't have comments, you guys won't even be able to search for me, like I won't be able to grow my channel at all. I'm still pretty small, like I do want to grow my channel. Like, it's not all about the numbers for me. It really isn't, because obviously if it was all about the numbers, then I would probably have waited until January to tell you guys this, and I would have just pushed through and uploaded those episodes. Yeah, if it was about the numbers and the views, I would have already had those episodes out, because I know that's what you guys want. But at the same time, like, my heart isn't in it, and I don't want to make something that's not good. Or at least I don't want to make something that I don't think is good, because I know there's plenty of content on my channel that's like not good, but I posted it because at the time I thought it was good, or I was proud of it, or I thought it was funny, or like whatever. Everything I've posted because it's something I wanted to share with people, and if I can't do that because the content is supposedly for children even though it's not, then there's no point in me continuing that kind of content. So I'm sure you guys are probably wondering what kind of content I do plan on making in 2020. So here's just a little snippet of what y'all can expect.
I'm back at it again. It's your boy, Charlie's Chapstick, starring in another movie called The Hat.
We have 24 hours to make a film. We don't have money, we don't have the budget at all.
If anybody has to complain about that, step in my shoes right now. And what are my shoes filled with?
The behind the scenes, it's a mess. Okay, this is real life. This is a reality show. Oh my gosh!
Look, see? Megan beat me up right now. But you never asked about me!
I'm the star! Excuse me, ma'am, this is my show.
Are you anybody's the star? It's me!
The video?
I'm the star! I'm clearly the actor!
Are you in the video? You're not in the video!
It doesn't matter.
This is my show. You guys work for me.
But you're working on a zero budget film. So like, what do you expect?
It's like the Dark Souls.
You know what? It's not my fault that the tape is not sticky enough. You guys are like so judgmental.
Somebody got the wrong damn tape. Yeah, the director's just I can't do this.
Well, you know what? Why don't you do this, huh? Are you so much better at this? Then do it! Let me take the camera right now.
I can't film and pull a hat.
I am your father.
What if I don't want to give you the tape?
I need the
What
tape.
if I don't want to give you the tape? What if I don't want? She has to tone it down, like a laugh.
Now, I know this is something that is radically different from Legacy or Boogie Mansion or like any doll series that I posted. This is something that's radically different. Bear with me. If you guys like my channel for the story content, like for things like Legacy and for my personality, or like maybe you think I'm funny, I don't know. I don't really think I'm funny, but maybe you think I'm funny. But if you guys liked those aspects of my channel, you can still expect to see it in 2020. Obviously, everything is gonna have to be a little bit more mature just because I am trying to fly under the radar right now. The next couple years of YouTube are going to be really weird. It's really sad because they've made it very clear like YouTube is not safe for kids anymore. It's definitely not going to be safe for kids anymore. And even though like some things are supposed to be 13 and older, it's so hard to make that judgment whether the video is for 13 or older or younger than 13, that a lot of people are kind of jumping to 18 and older. I personally am not trying to do that because I have people who go to my church who watch this channel, and like I don't need that kind of backlash. Like my content is gonna be a little bit more PG-13. You know, I mean, I'm almost 20 years old. In fact, I might be 20 years old by the time this video goes up. No, I'm gonna say I'm almost 20 years old because I don't want to wait that long for the video to go up. My birthday is in December, so I'm getting there. I'm more mature than I was 2 or 3 years ago. The doll community will always have a place in my heart. I'm definitely gonna miss making doll videos, but at the same time, it's become so time consuming. And even if this whole thing with the FTC wasn't happening, the only thing that would be different is I would have been able to finish the projects I was working on. But regardless, I've been ready to move on. I feel like the FTC is kind of just making me take that leap of faith at this point because my content's not allowed, unfortunately. You know, it's kind of ironic when you're too weird for a place that is for weird people. But I am, so that's just what I have to deal with right now. I guess this is where it ends. I mean, because the whole purpose for me collecting dolls was because I collected them for photography and videography purposes. So now that YouTube says that's a no-no, which sucks because I was really hoping to grow my channel, and who knows? Maybe I would have been sponsored by Mattel. That would have been hilarious.
So Mattel and I, we've settled our differences.
But at this point, I doubt that that's ever gonna happen. Or if it did, I'd have to say no. And then another issue that I heard, which I don't necessarily know for sure if it is something that's implemented or if it's something that's going to be implemented, or maybe it is implemented, I don't know. I didn't mess around in my settings for that long, but supposedly your channel can get marked as a channel for kids. If you have enough videos on the channel that are marked for kids, then your whole channel can get marked for kids. That kind of ruins any chance at growing that channel, communicating with people like a normal person, and being discovered. Like, it's like you don't even have a voice if you have a kid's channel. That really sucks. I understand why this is happening and people who argue and get like really upset, because I know there are videos out there where people are just bashing the FTC or bashing YouTube or whatever. Yes, the way YouTube handled it was a little effed up because it just feels really sudden. I mean, there really isn't a lot they could have done about it because their hand was forced. They had to take immediate action. They had to come up with something that would work. This sucks, definitely, but it works. You know, people who are bashing the FTC and everything, like, I don't know if they realize, like, you're literally arguing that you think kids should be advertised to. And obviously, yeah, from a business standpoint, if you're managing your own business and everything, of course you want to advertise to kids because that's how you make money. Let's not lie here. That's how you make money, is advertising to kids. Even at like VidCon and everything, like, we talked a lot about kids content and marketing to kids because that's what they taught us too. That's where the money is with kids. So, but at the same time, like, is that right? Is that wrong? I don't know. I don't have kids. I don't really have an opinion, but a lot of parents clearly didn't think it was right because they complained. The way the FTC is, because it's a government organization, no one's gonna do or say anything unless someone complains. And ultimately, that's what it comes down to, is people were complaining, so I guess it was a problem. I don't know. I didn't really care, but I don't have kids, so I don't know. YouTube had to solve it somehow, and it's because the FTC's hand was forced. So I understand that this video is gonna leave a lot of you guys upset. I'm hoping that you'll understand that I literally have no other choice. I mean, I do. My other option is to just continue posting, but let's be honest, you guys won't know when I upload, which with my schedule, because I'm not my froggy stuff, I don't have a team of people who are making my videos for me. I upload on the most random schedule ever. I upload when I have time, which being in college is almost never. And if I were to continue this in 2020, you guys wouldn't know when I upload. You wouldn't even see it anyway, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. I'm not gonna like be super beat up over it because I am at that point in my life where I am ready to like move on, and I do want to do other things. And I am gonna be working really hard on the content that I'm posting in 2020. So I hope that if you're willing to stick around for that, I hope that you'll enjoy it. Maybe you won't, I don't know. Yeah, and to those of you who are subscribed to my channel purely because I post doll related content, I am so sorry to disappoint you. I don't really know what else to say other than I'm sorry. The FTC kind of forced my hand, but at the same time I've also been ready to do other things. I don't know, I had every intention of finishing, but with the way things are going, there's no point. There's no way I'm gonna get through everything in time. You know, it really sucks too. I've had this whole collaboration with Courtney that's not happening. But Courtney's also been done with YouTube for a while too, and she was just sticking around for the collab series, so I don't know, guys. It sucks. But if you're willing to stick with me in 2020 and you're willing to watch this channel completely change, like a lot, I think the only thing that's gonna be the same is I'll still be here and I'll still make movies, but that's about it. I don't know how to end this video other than like this video so hopefully other people see it, I guess, because I doubt you're gonna like this video, but give it a thumbs up so other people will see it. Comment down below your thoughts. I'll continue like discussing with you guys. That's the whole point of me doing this. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I do respond to my comments. I'd rather do this than leave YouTube because at the end of the day, making videos is really what I'm passionate about. If I have to change how I make the videos, then I am willing to do that. But I know for a lot of people it was always about collecting dolls. So for those people, I think a lot of them are leaving, and then I think a lot of them are going to Instagram. I don't know. And also, you know, let me know how this has affected you. Hit the notification bell because I have it, and that way you'll know when I post again. Yeah, that's all. I just don't hate me, please. Don't hate me. I don't know.